Privatized Republican recount of the 2020 presidential election results in Arizona's most populous county, Maricopa County, is now entering its second week. Here's what it looks like from inside the lovely Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Phoenix, where this sort of dangerous and farcical enterprise is being undertaken by the Republican-controlled Arizona State Senate, who used their power to subpoena more than 2 million ballots just from this county, just from a Democratic county. And then they handed them over to a private security firm called Cyber Ninjas that has no experience in elections and whose CEO, through his now deleted Twitter account, extensively retweeted lies about Joe Biden stealing the election. The contractors and volunteers who are actually doing the recount have only made their way through about 10% of the nearly 2.1 million ballots. That's not a very good pace. This is one county. Think about what would have happened election night. And perhaps the reason they're going so slowly is because they've engaged in some rather suspect auditing methods, like using UV lights to scan ballots for fraud, because there is a utterly insane conspiracy theory that Donald Trump watermarked the real ballots. Not only is that not true, there are no watermarks, but experts say the UV lights could actually damage the ballots. So good job, all. More recently, one of the people serving as a kind of audit liaison explained one of the other conspiracy theories they are tracking down.
There's accusations that 40,000 ballots were flown in
to Arizona,
and it was stuffed into the box. Okay, and it came from the southeast part of the world, Asia. Okay, and what they're doing is to find out if there's bamboo in the paper.
So what does the bamboo? Why do you check for
because
bamboo?
They use bamboo in their paper processing.
Who's they?
People in Southeast Asia.
So you feel like
that's what they say.
That's what many people are saying. There's bamboo in the paper. We're just going to try to find it. That's the kind of thing that appears to have prompted the Civil Rights Division of the U.S. Department of Justice to write a very pointed letter yesterday asking about the steps the Arizona Senate will take to ensure that violations of federal law do not occur. Lori Roberts is a columnist for the Arizona Republic, whose latest piece is called, "So Now It's Bamboo in the Ballots. Are There Any Limits to the Senate's Audit Lunacy?" Lori, it's great to have you. My God. Okay.
I'm glad to be here.
It's
another beautiful day in Arizona.
Where are we on this thing?
Another beautiful day.
What's okay?
Okay.
Give me a status update.
Well, I think we've thrown out the idea of watermarks on the ballot. It appears that Donald Trump did not secretly watermark our ballots. So to find root out the fraud. So now we are on to bamboo. It appears that there is some rumor floating around, and that's all it takes is a rumor, that 40,000 ballots were flown into the state, probably from China, because, those people are probably producing ballots in their basement, Biden ballots, of course. And that if we simply put a UV light on these ballots or a 5K camera, we will detect that there is bamboo in the ballots, which of course means, these ballots are fake. First of all, I would say I'm not aware of any bamboo in the ballots. If they find it, bring it on. If not, I will also say that bamboo actually grows in Arizona. But I actually had a reader today who suggested how we can just cut right through this and get moving on, given the fact that so few ballots have been counted and the clock is ticking. He suggested that we just import a couple of pandas from wherever they are. He said San Diego, but I don't think they have them anymore. Import the pandas, throw the ballots on the floor, see which ones they eat, and then we'll know.
That probably would be more efficient.
That's what we need to do.
Well, but
that's what we need to do.
So the Department of Justice, in all seriousness, right, you've got the Democrats have sued 3 times. Again, I want to stress to people, those ballots, those are the actual ballots. It's the actual physical record of the election that happened in Maricopa County. That's what these volunteers have access to. That's what they're dealing with. So the Department of Justice basically said, look, there's federal law guiding some of this. Like, what safeguards are in place? They got sort of a snide response from the Arizona State Senate. But it does seem like this is just going to go on and nothing's going to change. Or is there any oversight being put in place?
Well, there is no oversight. There is oversight of a third-party contractor, Doug Logan, the man with the chief cyber ninja, who believes that the election was stolen. There are no officials in charge of our ballots anymore. It's been outsourced to a third party. The Department of Justice says that they're concerned about the safety and security of the ballots, which they should be, but they're also concerned about who is it that they're going to, when they get to the phase of the audit where they go knocking on doors, whose doors are they going to be knocking on? And what are they going to be asking? And the concern, of course, is that they're going to go out in minority communities.
Right.
And, who knows what they're going to do? Try to intimidate voters into saying they didn't vote? I don't know. But the fact is that they have our private voter information, and we don't know what they're doing with it. We don't know who has it. And the Senate's liaison, every time you ask him any questions, his answer is, I don't know. So that's where we are. We're looking for bamboo. I say bring in the pandas.
There's an incredible irony here, which is that part of the conspiracy theory that was birthed by Donald Trump, that he started planting the seeds of before election night, was the longer it takes, the more something fishy is happening. And that the immediate results that you get in places, that's the good stuff, right? And then the later stuff, they're up to no good. And here they are, they've counted 10% of one county's ballots in 1 week. And I saw this piece today from the Arizona Republic, your newspaper, pointing out the Arizona Senate's going to lose the lease on the arena where they're counting the ballots because starting May 14th, they've got some graduations to do. Is that true?
That's true. There are Phoenix Union High School District has all of its high school graduations at the Coliseum. And frankly, those high school graduations are consequential. Those are important things. They didn't happen last year. I would argue that that's way more important than what's going on at the arena right now. So we don't really know. The Senate liaison, Ken Bennett, told me this week that his plan was to simply put the ballots in another room at the Coliseum with a guard on them, and that all would be good. But then an executive with the Coliseum board came out and said, well, that's just not feasible. In other words, our ballots could be homeless by May 14th, and who knows where they go. But on the other hand, you could put them in the Senate president's room closet, and those UV lights would work really, really well, really well.
I honestly cannot believe this story every time I return to it. Although it's also it's funny, but it's also wildly dangerous to the democratic integrity of the election in Arizona, in Maricopa County, and in the country. Lori Roberts, who has been covering this, thank you so much for coming back with an update. We will have you back again, I am sure.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.